Hi, hello, and welcome. So today we are going to be looking at some extreme cheapskate. And this video was actually recommended by a lovely individual in my comments. So thank you to you. Thank you so much for doing this. It's very fun for me when someone is interested enough to come out with something they like, would want me to watch or react to. I think that's very fun. So please, if anyone else would like to do that, please do. I do appreciate that. So today, we are looking at the video titled, This Cheapskate's Husband Pulls Out His Wife's Tooth. So, I don't know what this is going to be about. Hopefully it's a consensual tooth pulling and not some sort of, like, fancy torture device, because, yeah, I don't know. You never know with these TLC clips, do you? But, yeah, let's just get right into it.
This is my medical closet. Over the years, I've been saving small items from the doctor's office. Most people don't know that you can ask for your gowns after a procedure. 9 times out of 10, they're willing to give you that.
Okay. Alright, we're already starting out quite interestingly here. This lovely lady is probably our cheapskate of the day, I imagine. And she's willing to tell you that 9 times out of 10, they will give you the gowns after surgery or something, I guess, at the hospital. The 10th one, though, that's the one I'm curious about. Like, how do you know 9 times out of 10? The 10th one just said, like, nah, we're keeping that, or... Also, aren't those the kind of gowns that, like, you know, like, in the back? You know? Just booty cheeks flapping in the wind. Is that not it? You need that at home? Really? What are you doing at home, lady?
The 1 time out of 10 is if they've got bodily fluids on them.
Oh, okay, so she actually, if I would have just been a little bit more patient, she actually explained the only time they will not let you take these beautiful gowns home with you is if they have bodily fluids on them.
Ew!
So that's great.
When I go to the doctor, I typically ask for some extra freebies. Applicators, tongue depressors,
Okay.
sterilized, of course.
Of course.
And gloves. Gloves are my most favorite thing to get from the doctor's office. I sterilize them.
Okay. Okay. So she gets freebies from the doctor's office, and boy, are they something. And the doctor just gives you that like a pack or like a singular one? Like, how does this work? I'm confused by this, but okay. So apparently we are collecting doctor's equipment, I guess. But I mean, if she's collecting doctor's equipment, I mean, she is going to the doctor. So why would you need all of this doctor stuff at home if you actually are going to a doctor, though?
Some of her ideas are okay, some of them are just insane.
Okay, I'm guessing that's the husband. And maybe he's a bit more, I don't know, a bit more down to earth, maybe. Because he's just like,
yeah, I mean, some of it's okay. Some of it's a little insane.
How I save money on syringes is I have friends that are diabetic and they take insulin.
Okay.
I get friends to give them to me after they're finished. And then, of course, I sterilize.
of course. You need to have that. After that statement, you obviously do need to have this little disclaimer, because what the heck? Don't do this. Do not do this. Okay, so she gets her friends with diabetes to give her their used insulin needle.
What? What the fuck?
That don't sound healthy. That does not sound healthy. That does not sound like a good idea to do at all. You know, I was lured into this by a tooth extraction, and we will probably get to that, and I'm sure I'll be horrified. But this isn't great either. Gathering up used needles. Why would you want to do this? Like, especially something someone's injected themselves with, like their blood. I feel like there's some biohazards involved here. But I think you can only get it to a certain point with rubbing alcohol. I don't exactly think that's like sterilizing. I think that's kind of just like slightly cleaning it a little.
And you can safely use this up to 4 times.
When they say you can safely use a needle up to 4 times, which I'm not even sure is correct, okay? I'm not claiming that this woman has a single clue about what's a good idea to do here. But if that is the case, I don't think they mean that you can use it for, like, say, 4 different people. I think it's more a case of, like, the same person using it, because you can't contaminate yourself with your own blood, you know?
This paper is for when I perform medical procedures on myself. I just roll it
Huh? What kind of things are you doing to yourself, lady?
out. It's sterile. It's the exact
She keeps using this word. I don't think that this is sterile anymore. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I don't really think it's the paper itself that's the sterile part. I think it's more of the whole, you pull it out so you don't have like cross contamination, as in like you rip it off because it's easy to get rid of when a person has been laying on top of it, and then there's no cross contamination for the next one. I think that's what they mean with that. I don't think it's the paper itself that like magically makes things sterile when it's just stuffed in a cupboard in your garage. But maybe I'm wrong.
Karen Hearn finds extreme savings on medicine and medical supplies for her family.
Yeah, but why?
Since a typical doctor's appointment can cost between $150 and $500,
Of course. Of course. Of course. The thing I keep forgetting, this is in America. Obviously. That makes sense, doesn't it? Can't relate in Norwegian free healthcare. Don't know the feeling of having to pay between $150 and $500 for a little appointment. Is this why she takes everything? Is she like,
Take that. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth my $150.
is that it? Is she allowed? Is she stealing it? Maybe doctors in America are like, you know what? I mean, you're paying like with an arm and a leg. So here, take some paper.
she even does her own medical procedures at home.
Yeah, she mentioned. What are we talking about here?
But for
I do hope it's just a case of like freezing maybe like a skin tag or, a wart or something that you can kind of do at home. I hope we're not in the whole like territory of freezing like our moles or our skin cancer or something. Because I'm not gonna lie, she does kind of give the vibe of like,
Yes, I freeze my own skin cancer.
larger, more serious problems, even Karen will succumb to the occasional visit to the doctor's office.
Of course, that's
I
one
save
does.
thousands of dollars on not going to the doctor and the dentist.
But you are. But she is going to the doctor. First of all, it just said so. Second of all, she has like a whole hoarding station of doctor's equipment that he said she's gotten for free at the doctor's. And I can't imagine like you can just take like a whole pack of like 50 different things that they have, like their whole supply closet, and walk out, in like one visit. So if you have that much and you say it all comes from here, then I gotta imagine you've gone quite a few times to create such a vast collection.
Karen?
Hey,
But
Erin.
recently, I've encountered a really bad toothache. These past 2
Wow.
weeks have been horrible.
Really?
I've tried clove oil, I've tried ice, I've tried
Ice?
everything over the counter, and nothing worked.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like ice on a toothache isn't really gonna do anything other than maybe make it worse because, it's gonna cause icing sensations. No?
And I finally gave up. I just had to go to the dentist.
Okay.
Let's
so
take a look and see
toothache.
what's going on, okay?
That's bad enough, apparently. Let's take a look.
All right, Karen. Well, you definitely have an abscess on that tooth, okay?
All right.
You've got to do something or it's going to keep bothering you. What I recommend.
Gonna keep bothering you. It's an abscess, Karen. It's gonna keep bothering you. I'm sorry, but these people's accents is very funny to me. But okay, so she has like an abscess. That's painful. That is painful, lady. Also dangerous. You can have like an infection from that, I'm pretty sure, if you don't take care of it. And it's in your mouth. Why would you want that? You know what? Dentists actually cost so much in Norway. Like, that's the one thing that's just so insanely expensive in Norway, actually. So I wonder if it's the same or worse in America. I kind of get it. Dentists, they're expensive.
Recommend you do is do a root canal on this tooth and then put a crown on it. That way the tooth won't hurt you anymore and you can still keep it and function on it.
All right.
But what's it going to cost?
Exactly.
Well, you're looking at about $1,800.
Is she crazy? Yes. Can I kind of understand it, though, from that? Also, yes. That's like a month rent on your tooth.
When I know I've got to spend money, I cringe.
Oh, sure, same.
Well, a cheaper option is to pull the tooth, but once we pull it, it's gone.
I'm sorry, but this man is a genius. They can pull the tooth, but you gotta know that once we pull it, it's gone.
How much is that going to cost me?
About $185.
What the hell? That's still a lot.
Would it be cheaper if I went without any anesthesia?
Ma'am, You're gonna pull a tooth, an infected, abscess-filled tooth. It went from $1,800 down to $180. I think that's pretty good if you gotta, you know? And then she's like, oh my God, can I go cheaper if I just don't have any painkillers?
That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to stand the pain if you try to pull this tooth without numbing it up.
Yeah.
I'm knowledgeable. I'm college educated.
Are you?
So if there's a medical
What college, sweetie? What college, please?
procedure to be done, it is researched to great lengths.
Researched to great lengths. Okay. Do we mean, hopping on Facebook or Google and just giving it a little Google search? Because, sweetie, I don't think that's going to be enough.
This is an elevator. That's what we...
That's not an elevator. I've seen an elevator. It goes ding, 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 and it goes up and down.
put down into the gums and twist it against the bone, and it actually pushes the tooth out of the socket.
Ew.
Until I can grab it with this forceps.
Ew.
That actually wiggles the tooth out till it gets loose, and then we pull it out.
Oh, that's
So that just looks like a pair of pliers.
Well, I promise you, this is a precision extraction instrument. If you use a pair of pliers, it's just going to break the tooth off.
Well, can I take the tools home with me after I'm done?
the
No, they're
tools.
my instruments. That's what I used on everybody. We have to sterilize them each time.
What the hell? Oh, this greedy little bird. She wants to take his tools? Can't take a man's tools away. It's like if you have a carpenter over, you're not going to be like, can I just take that saw? That saw you got there, that machine, can I just take that when you're done? No.
Can I think on it?
I mean, you take your time, but the longer you wait, probably the more it's going to start hurting.
Yeah. Be researching. I freaking knew it. I told you. I freaking knew it. Her researching is just her Googling it, Miss College Educated. That's not sufficient. You can't do that. What's it gonna tell you? YouTube. Oh, Lord. Oh, she's amazed by this.
Grant!
Phillips screwdriver.
What you got?
This is how to take your own tooth out.
That doesn't look very legit. You're gonna be worried, I think. She wants you to do something awful.
I think I want you to take my tooth out.
You think?